I'm sure they heard like Charlie Brown's teacher. Okay, kid, we'll give you a shot. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about something that kind of blows me away, which is what used to be considered bare minimum is now something that technically can blow you away. You know, there used to be an expectation in business that if you promised something, committed to something, or you put out an expectation, that you would actually deliver on that because that was the bare minimum, right? Now today, I think that people talk and say a lot of things and make a lot of promises and a lot of commitments and never have any expectation of following through. Recently engaged in a professional service where on the front end, they were really, really good at saying, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, and once this has happened, this other thing is gonna happen. And I'm old school. I pay attention, I listen to these things. Why do I do that? Not only because I want to hold people accountable for what they say they're going to do when they say they're going to do it, but I actually look at how people go about how they set up a sale, how they engage a client, how they set the stage for creating expectations, and then how consistent they are in delivering. And it happens very rarely that anybody follows through. Bare minimum used to be you do what you'd say you do when you'd say you do it. And now if you actually show up and do what you said you'd do when you said you'd do it, you're actually blowing people's minds. The expectations are just like, I found this yesterday. I was actually talking to a client that we have for our software company, and I had shared a number of things that would occur that I had committed to before they signed up with us. I'm sure they heard like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yes, ma'am?
In the sales process, but they're like, okay, kid, we'll give you a shot. And they did it. And then sequentially, everything that I said was going to happen happened exactly in the time frame that it did. And when I had this conversation with them yesterday, they were like, you are like, what the heck? Like, this was not what we expected. And I'm like, wasn't that what I said to expect? And they were like, yeah, but nobody ever does that. You're right. And like I said, in my own personal experience, I just signed up with this professional service. This is a significant investment for my wife and I. And on the front end, there was a lot of talk, a lot of expectations that were set, a lot of, I will be there, Johnny on the spot. I will respond to every email. I will answer any question. I'm going to follow through on these 3 things. And after paying the money, failure, 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 failure. Is it me? Is it that I just come from a generation where when you say you're going to do something, you actually do it? Or is this become the norm because most people don't think that anybody's paying attention, or they have such a low barometer for exceptional experience that nobody even cares to show up and do not just the bare minimum, but above the bare minimum to actually differentiate and set yourself apart? I don't know. It just kind of blew me away, but I've seen it twice this week. One in my own experience and the disappointment as a consumer I have. And if this person came back to me today and said, would you recommend, my firm? I'd say no, absolutely not. And then to have that experience and then flip it and have this conversation with a client of mine for my software company who basically was like, oh my God, you actually did what you said you would do, and your team is awesome and it's amazing and it's like great. And I'm like, I'm proud, I'm happy, I'm very, very pleased that we did exactly what I said we'd do, because I knew we would, because that's what I have as an expectation for myself and for my team. But to see their delight and their amazement, and then to actually hear a little bit of their last experience with the vendor that they had been with and how it was anything but that. And they got promised the moon and they got handed, a rock. So we're off to a good start. And it's just a reminder for my team and I that, to continue to differentiate ourselves, we have to go above and beyond and do what we say we'll do and do more if we can. But I think that it just blows me away that bare minimum used to be like the entry point, And now if you do anything above that, you blow people away. It is just insane. Are you guys experiencing this? What's your thoughts? I want to know. I want to hear. That's what's on my head, my heart today. How hard is it? Just show up and do the damn work, people. Delight and amaze. That's your job. That is your job. It's not difficult. Not difficult. But apparently it is.